Apologize. We are a little bit behind schedule right now. Go figure, some technical difficulties while we're trying to do this live stream right now. It just is what it is. It always happens. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do about it, but it's what always happens. Everything's going good. You have everything set up during the middle of the day. We're all ready to roll. And then you come to this and it comes to it and we don't have anything, just technical difficulties. So I'm going to make sure this live stream is working on here. And I need to type in a code. But how's everybody doing today? We are back with another Fourth Arrow self-filmed hunt breakdown, another awesome self-filmed hunt breakdown. And we're going to be giving away some more stuff during this live. So you guys know the drill. One of the stipulations is you got to share this video in order to get in on them giveaways. We're going to be giving away some Fourth Arrow swag later in this episode. But for right now, sorry, I want to just make sure we're logged in on Facebook and everything like that. I also want to make sure we share this with a couple other people. We are all good. Let's go. So today we are going to be breaking down Dino's hunt from last year. It was a rifle hunt. We got a lot of questions last month when we did the self-film hunt breakdown, more of a rut hunt, a bow hunt, that we got a lot of questions about hunting out of a blind, self-filming out of a blind specifically. And I want to answer some of those questions, and this is the perfect hunt to watch because Dino did an awesome job. Self-filming in a blind is not as easy as it's cracked up to be. You would think that it would be a lot easier because you're in a blind. You can rely a little bit more on your movements. You can actually move a little bit more to get yourself ready for a shot. You can move a little bit more to adjust the camera. And I'm sorry, I saw the comment from Kyle and I just started laughing. But it's actually not necessarily the case. When you're in a blind, whether you're in a pop-up blind on the ground or you're in an elevated box blind, more than likely you're going to be shooting and filming out of two different windows. Unless you're shooting like directly out of the front window, more than likely you're going to be shooting and filming out of two different windows. That can be tough because you may have a shot with the camera or you may have an open view with the camera, but you can't necessarily get the shot yourself. So you may have to lean to kind of maneuver with some of the slats in the blind. Who knows? Or you may have a perfectly open, clear shot yourself, whether it be with a bow or a gun, and you can't necessarily get on the deer with the camera because one of the brackets is in the way or one of the cross braces of a pop-up blind is in the way. So it's really not as easy as you would think it would be. Honestly, I think filming out of a tree stand, self-filming out of a tree stand is much easier because, number one, you kind of have control of the obstacles in front of you. You have control over trimming your shooting lanes. But regardless, when you're running the camera and moving, panoramically moving the camera side to side in your setup, you're going to have the opportunity to film that deer a majority of the time. And when you get your shot opportunity, more than likely you can then take it. Where in a blind, if you're moving panoramically, like I said, you may have a shot with a camera, but you can't get a shot personally with your bow or gun, and vice versa. You may have a shot with your bow or gun, but you can't get a shot or you can't get them in frame in camera. So this is going to be a cool hunt because, like I said, Dino did this pretty flawlessly. It was a very difficult hunt. He had a lot of obstacles not working against him. But before that, who's all in here? Send us give me a thumbs up in the comments if you're ready to roll, if you're ready to watch this, if you're ready for deer season. We are weeks away from deer season, and that is some exciting stuff. Let me just tell you, it is extremely, extremely exciting. I know I'm thoroughly excited. A week from today, we will be in North Dakota. Literally 1 week from today, we will be hopefully sitting up on a hill or maybe in the truck somewhere, overlooking some beans, glassing for big bucks, and I can't wait. I cannot wait for the chase. I'm so amped. I'm so pumped. Chris reminds me that down here in Tennessee, we are actually going to be opening up the velvet season in 3 days. On Friday, opens the velvet season, Friday, Saturday, Sunday down here in Tennessee. Unfortunately, your boy's not going to be here. Dino decided to get married during velvet weekend. Not cool, bro. Not cool. Hang on one second. I'm going to pop a light on in here. It's getting a little dim. So, as you guys can see, this is how you know it's hunting season or close to hunting season with the view that you see right behind me. There's stuff everywhere, trying to get organized, trying to get everything in check, trying to get ready, mentally there, physically there. All my stuff, not so much. But we will be there very, very soon. So, let's go through some of these comments. Charlie, I agree with you. Difficult where your shot placement would be. Brittany, what's going on? SRT Outdoors, what's up? Chase, we've been open since August 15th. Wow. So you got to be in North Carolina, maybe South Carolina. I know the Carolinas open pretty early. Can't even imagine hunting right now. I mean, down here in Tennessee today, it was 98 degrees. The humidity was through the roof. It literally, you walked outside, instant sweat. Instantly. It's hard to hunt in situations like that because like the sun control kind of goes out the window. You have to hunt the wind. There's really no sun control involved at that point. So more props to you. Hopefully you're having some good luck. I know it's really, really hot here and I can't even imagine what it's like in South Carolina right now. So, hey, more power to you. Are you seeing any good deer? Having any good hunts? Deer moving right now? So, what is everyone doing to prepare for the season right now? Or is your stage already set? Like right now, for me, I'm shooting my bow consistently, daily. Got trail cameras out, starting to shuffle them around a little bit. If you saw our post from earlier today on Instagram, I actually set up a mock scrape yesterday. It is not too early to start setting up mock scrapes. These deer, they'll actually communicate all throughout the summertime. They'll communicate all year long on these scrapes. But right now, when we're getting towards the end of the deer holding their velvet, they're getting ready to shed. They're kind of starting to expand their areas a little bit. The bachelor groups are kind of taking deer in different places. We're getting new deer on camera almost nightly, which is kind of cool. And especially on the food plots, food sources right now are like if you're having trail cameras out, if you want to get good inventory of deer, I would recommend putting it on some sort of food source. But also, I typically start to set up mock scrapes this time of year as well because number one, you get them established so that once October hits, it's like nothing new. And by getting them established, you get deer using them. So you get deer communicating, putting their scent on that mock scrape. So then when the deer that you're after comes through, they know that. They're not the only sheriff in town. There's other bucks in here. If they want the does here, they're going to have to compete for it. That's going to make them a little bit more anxious. It's going to make them a little bit more aware. And it's going to make them, probably periodically check that a little bit more. So I literally set up a mock scrape yesterday with a rope on a spot down here in Tennessee. Already have some deer using it, which is pretty cool. And I'm looking forward to kind of establishing this spot as a main, you know, as basically a main point of interest so that I can set up some sort of ambush in or around that spot this fall. And we'll see how it works out. Like I said, there's already deer hitting it, already deer, smelling it up and utilizing it, which is very, very good. And we'll see. So that's all I know. See what else we got here. Chaz says our new hunting property this year is the first time. Buck's still in bachelor groups trying to stick one before they separate and their schedule changes. Well, that is a very, very good idea for you. And obviously, during this early part of the season, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to catch bucks still on their summer patterns. You got a bachelor group of bucks, and sometimes it's like one buck can lead the rest of the bucks to an area where you are. And, you know, it's almost like the mature bucks aren't necessarily fully thinking for themselves yet. They're still in bachelor groups, so they're kind of moving around with each other. And sometimes, with food on the mind and with them packing on the pounds right now in preparation for the rut, it's like some of these younger bucks can lead one of these older bucks or a target buck that you're after right into your lap. So patterning the bachelor groups, huge this time of year. Can't wait. We already have a few patterned down here in Tennessee. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to take advantage of that for the velvet season, but looking forward to getting up to North Dakota. And that's one of the things I love about this time of year is if you can find the deer, if you can find a group of bucks, you can, and if you play your cards right, you can get on something fairly quickly. So I'm looking forward to that. That's what we're looking forward to doing up in North Dakota. What's going on, Noel from New Jersey? Thanks for joining us. Deer are hitting apples right now. That's Charlie. That's kind of crazy. Apples have not started falling on our New York property yet. So are you seeing apples already hitting the ground? Andrew, good luck this weekend down in Tennessee. What was I just going to say? Guys, so if you weren't here earlier, if you're just joining us, please share this video. We are going to be going live with Dino's self-film hunt breakdown here in a minute, but also we are going to be giving away some gear later in this live video. And one of the stipulations, obviously, share this live video with your friends. Let's get more people involved. Let's get more people just in here. This energy is great. Everybody commenting, phenomenal. I love it. We're getting ready for hunting season. What is better? What is better? Eddie, Southern Tier, New York. Let's go. We're up in New York too. We're up in New York, Southern Tier, Chautauqua County. We're probably right around the corner from you. Oh, so actually, Eddie and Charlie, this hunt is brought to you from New York. The hunt that we're going to break down is brought to you from up in New York. I will share my screen here shortly, and we'll get that rolling. Chaz, awesome that you ordered a new pair of Rockies. Hopefully, you used our discount code TagAndBrag25 at rockyboots.com for anybody who wants to get on there and get some last minute apparel, boots, or anything like that for this upcoming season. So all of our Fourth Arrow family, you guys are welcome to use that. Like I said, Tag and Brag 25 at checkout, rockyboots.com. Obviously, any of our Tag and Brag Nation family, you guys are more than welcome to use that. Anything on the site, whenever you want to use it up. The Tag and Brag code is there for you. 25% you're going to save at checkout. That's pretty insane. So, what else we got going on? Noel, longtime bow hunter, getting into self-filming this and content this season. That is awesome, Noel. Glad to hear it, Noel. Yeah, that's awesome. Congratulations on getting into the self-filming things. I know it can be nerve-wracking. It is extremely exciting. All I can tell you is when you get into it, if you're really serious about it, just have the discipline to go in the woods with your camera at all times, because it'll be that time that you don't take your camera, that you see your target buck and you just shoot them, because obviously if you have that opportunity, why would you pass it up? But I can assure you it's going to be frustrating. You're going to fail. Deer are going to survive because of you filming and because of you having a camera in your hands. That's all part of the game. It will become more fluid. It will become more a part of you the more you do it and the more you stay disciplined to it. So all I can say is fight the fear, fight your nerves, and just stick with it. I can promise you, if you got some fourth arrow gear, it's going to benefit you greatly. It's going to give you the best opportunity to be successful. And like I said, just stay disciplined. Don't give up on it, brother. It's going to be hard. I can promise you, don't be afraid to fail. If a deer survives in the process, know that it wasn't supposed to happen at that point, and know that a better buck or a better opportunity could be right on the horizon. We've been there before. And hey, stick with us regardless. If you have any other questions outside of here, please message us on our social media. We're happy to help. Dan, maybe SRT Outdoors coming from Maine. What is up? Dude, Kyle, that's good stuff, man. Appreciate you helping them. Awesome that you just ordered that stuff, Noel. I just bought the outreach arm. Oh, man. Can you talk about setting it up for saddle hunting? So, Anthony, the outreach arm is probably one of my favorite tools from Fourth Arrow. I'm a huge advocate for the second angles, GoPro second angles, like you just mentioned. They capture, they bring you into the hunt. So obviously, everybody wants to see an animal, and especially a big animal, go down on film. And that's all fine and good. But what about the person that's operating the camera? Whether there's one or two of you in a tree or in a blind, sorry, I feel like it's such a dynamic piece of creating a film or just creating a memory. You can now see the raw emotion and the raw reaction from me. So there's two different ways, Anthony, I would set this up for a saddle hunter. Number one, if you want it facing you, and if you're confident enough in your filming skills to where you're confident enough you're going to get that deer on film, what I would do, okay, say I'm the one in the saddle, so I'm facing the tree. I would probably put that outreach arm like either a little bit out to the right or a little bit out to the left. And I would have the camera facing you. Now, anything coming from behind you, you're going to get on film. And that angle is going to literally capture everything that you do and that you have to do to set up for the shot. Amazing. Now it's also going to capture your raw emotion. So instead of filming, with your right hand, shooting your bow, if you're right-handed, whatever, however the case you may do it, but in your filming hand, you've got your camera in one hand, you got your second angle facing you. When you film with your main camera, you make the shot, that animal goes running off. Now you can stay on the animal with your main camera. Your second angle is capturing all of your raw emotion, number one. Number two, you can have the reaction to that camera, so you don't have to spin the camera around, spin your main camera around back to you. More than likely, it's lower than your face, so it's going to be pointing up to the sky. Not really a good angle anyway, but you could basically just film that animal going down and then have your reaction to the second angle. It's a lot more seamless and a lot more natural that way than kind of pausing, turning the main camera around, facing it towards you, and then having your reaction that's just not as natural. So that's one way. Or if you're not as confident that you're going to get that main camera on the deer or whatever animal you're chasing, say I'm in the saddle facing the tree, I would probably put that outreach arm like a foot to 2 feet above me and stick it out behind me, face it over my shoulder. So now the way that I'm setting up to film or the weight, the whatever's in front of me is probably what I'm going to be where the most likely travel of the deer is going to be, and where my most shot opportunities are. And so if you have it over your shoulder now, okay, say deer's behind a tree in your main angle because your main angle's off to your right, but you can get a shot to your left at the deer from your saddle. Now you can just shoot the deer. You got another camera angle behind you to capture that, and all is fine and good. So those would be my two setups for the outreach arm, but great purchase. One of my favorite products from Fourth Arrow. Just ordered a fluid head. Sick. No, that's awesome. Overworked deer hunter. Good luck in Michigan. Replying to Andrew. Okay. Da, 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 da. Oh, Brittany, that's awesome. You got a baton arm this year, self-filming. Heck yeah. Brittany, if you need anything, please message us. We've been through the ringer, put ourselves through the ringer as far as self-filming goes. And yeah, so if there's a mistake that is to be made, we've probably made it. If we can help you not make those, we're more than happy to. How many cameras do you run? Anthony, typically I run 3 cameras in a tree. I have a main camera. I have a DSLR over my shoulder for interviews and stuff. And then I put a GoPro with either an outreach arm, or if there's a branch there, something that's going to be facing me, because I like that angle the best. So I'll typically run 3. I typically have anywhere from 4 to 5 cameras in my bag. If something runs out of battery, if something's not working properly, whatever, I have a backup GoPro or 2 with me, just so that I have those options, because we all know you get out there, camera goes, something defaults, whatever. And, once you're out there, you're out there. I don't like to be without any of those 3 angles in a tree. In a blind, it's a little bit different. I'll typically stick to 2 angles, my main camera angle and my second angle, which normally is in front of me anyway. So, but like I said, I always carry other cameras in the bag with me, so that I have a fail safe basically. Is there a reason you don't run a Tacticam? I feel like it's a must for self-filming, or at least getting the shot. Yeah, we've experimented with Tacticams. I'm not a huge fan. I think putting it on your gun to be able to see, I know they have that connection to see right through your scope. That is kind of cool to me, but on your bow's always moving. Your bow's never pointed necessarily directly at like that animal until you're full draw and ready to roll. So to me, the Tacticam captures a very small moment in time that you can actually utilize. I'd rather have something stationary over my shoulder or facing me, and that's just me personally. Also, a Tacticam on your weapon of choice, your weapon is always moving. The Tacticam, the footage is always shaky, it's always moving. With some of the second angle mounts from Fourth Arrow or the outreach arm, the cameras are stationary. They can be mobile, but they're stationary to provide better footage, to provide more stable footage, more clear footage. And that's just, my personal opinion. The Tacticam is certainly a great camera, and it works for a lot of people. But for the story that we tell personally, it's not as useful to us. So, what's up with the Matthews bow behind me? Nothing. You want it? It could be for sale. Yeah, just one of the couple bows that I got. You could see, I got arrows here. I got arrows lined up everywhere. I just built a new dozen today. So just all this stuff behind me is just a little bit of an organized mess right now, getting ready for the season. So in your free time for video, can you show how to set up the outreach arm? Yeah, absolutely. We can definitely do a video on that. I think we actually did a little video on that. I'll try and find that. Message us after this, and we will definitely get that set up. We'll help you get that set up and get you comfortable with the outreach arm. So, all right, guys, let's get down to business. Oh, which one is it? Sorry. That is the V3X. I have the new Phase 4 in the case right below it that I was actually shooting today. So let's get down to business. Let's get down to Dino's hunt. I'm going to share my screen. We got Dino on opening day going ham on New York. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to fast forward a little bit. So Dino and my dad were in the blind. You see, this is the setup that I typically like best for the blind. My second angle is going to be right in front of me, facing me. You have the fourth arrow. You got Dino set up. He's got the camera on his right. Got a tripod set up on a Rex arm. Rex arm is a must in a blind, especially self-filming. The maneuverability and the stability that it allows and the maneuverability to be able to get around those windows, get out of one window with the camera, out of another with the shot. It's just a must-have. I cannot express that enough. It is a must-have. So, have you ever used DSLR as your main camera? Yes, DSLR is our main camera for sure. I definitely use it a lot more out of a blind than I do in a tree stand setup, mainly because I have a little bit more maneuverability. I can move a little bit more around in a blind in order to adjust focus, adjust lighting, and all that good stuff. All right.
Large blanket of snow. We've got about a foot of.
So we got Dino here. Let's just get. This is kind of a crazy story.
Should be a good night. It's cleared out. There's a little.
So here's my dad. My dad setting up. You can see he's setting up his fourth arrow Rex arm, self-filming out of a blind.
Super in these two storms.
This stuff.
These deer should get out and get on the food. So Dad's going to
for our YouTube channel and for you guys to see.
One blind, I'm going to another. Walking into our blind. The neighbor comes down. The harassment. This is all for show. He just came in, snowmobile, it's right there, revving the engine, and now he's gonna shoot. He's gonna shoot.
Sorry about that.
Line goes right there, and they got the blind right there. Whole blind's on the line.
So, you guys, the kind of backstory, we've got a neighbor that's unruly. All he wants to do is sabotage our hunting, sabotage everything that we do, and bringing all of this to you guys. I mean, fortunately for us, it's kind of backfired on him. We've shot a lot of great bucks over the years. In spite of all that, it's annoying. I don't condone it at all. It's, I guess, a topic for another day, but it's hunter harassment at its finest. We've tried to do stuff about it. Unfortunately, it hasn't panned out. Nobody really cares. We just kind of go about our business, but it's the unfortunate part about the jealousy that, you know, hunting may bring to some people. So, onward.
Just for harassment, jealousy. I don't know why you get jealous of people shooting big deer. It's just what we like to do. It ain't a competition for us. It ain't a competition with anybody. We're just doing something we love to do. Trying to inspire people to do the same damn thing. Follow your dreams. Be good people. Respect others. And, you know, people are trying to take down the sport of hunting. And we as hunters should be kind of banded together, you would think. But you got disrespectful people like this, very greedy and want everything for themselves, and they gotta try to make battle the brotherhood of hunting, which is very contradicting, very hypocritical. It doesn't really make sense to me, but to each their own. Pray for him.
Yo, what's up, brother?
Pray for him, and I'm gonna go get my blind and enjoy the heck out of this cold Western New York day. But I do have one problem. I'm sweating my keister off. Should be a little bit of a better walkout as long as my tracks aren't covered by that.
Dino.
Need to buy a snowmobile. That's what needs to happen, because the wind is coming right into the face of that hill, and it's just dumping the snow right over the fence, which is the side of the fence that I have to walk on. And it is
Shane, what's
so
up, dude? Brother?
so deep and just thick snow because it's just crusted from the wind. We're supposed to get another 6 to 10 overnight or through tomorrow. Not going to be able to walk back here anymore. But
So I just wanted to pause this for a second just to kind of showcase Dino's setup. He's got his second angle a little bit off to the left side of him in the blind, mainly because the major portion of the field is right in front of him. With a bow, it's a little bit different. You don't necessarily need to rest on the front of the blind. In this case, it's rifle season, so a lot of his shooting is out in front of him, so he kind of put one of his second angles off to the side, but you can see he's got his camera off to his right. He can film out that right side blind. He can also film out the corner blinds, or the corner windows, sorry, and the front window. And if he really needs to, he can move that camera a little bit in front of him, maneuver that Rex arm to literally film perpendicular and completely out the left side of the blind, basically right over this camera angle. Yeah, right over this camera angle. So, onward.
a couple of small bucks just came out on the field, had a doe, or actually a couple doe in the woods there.
So these deer are actually coming out completely to Dean's right. So you can see
start dumping on the field here.
he's got the camera pointed in their direction, and he can film them coming out literally the far right side of the blind. Look how easy that is to maneuver that Rex on. And he can still stay back in the blind where he's concealed and none of the deer see his movement. So you can see the buck. You can see his nose right there. Now watch how this Rex arm is going to allow him to maneuver the tripod out of the way enough, but keep the camera so that it is able to film this deer so that he can get a shot out the side window. Woody, we appreciate it, man. SRT Outdoors, we utilize Metal Cup Pro to add an outdoor. And you can see this second angle just brings you into the blind with them. You know, you feel like you're sitting right next to Dean. There goes the Rex arm again. It is a must. It is a must for filming in a blind, period. It's a must for self-filming in a blind. There's no questions asked. So I want to pause this for a second because the neighbor was actually on his property, but down in that bottom, the way that the wind is blowing, the wind is basically blowing from the deer towards Dean, but the neighbor is beyond this deer from Dean. So the wind is blowing. This deer is getting the neighbor's wind prior to him coming in this plot. That's why he's so weary. You could tell by his mannerisms and his movement what's happening. And Dean will say it right here. I mean, it's a big deer. He knows, like, it's weird. He knows what's going on, but the snow dumped so much that day, and he was subject to beating his belly. crazy, man. This makes my heart melt. I wasn't even there. This makes my heart melt. But once again, the camera is able to stay in one spot while Dean is maneuvering in this blind to identify who it is.
Please come out.
Now, Daniel, there's no specific tripod we utilize with the Rex arm. We have 3 or 4 different brands of tripods that we use, and the Rex arm works on all of them. I mean, it's just crazy. You shouldn't be able to, like, sometimes when you're hunting out of a blind like that, the side windows are almost off limits or shooting goes.
Bernie trying to come out of the field right now.
This kid's got a full jewelry on him, DSLR out. All this mature buck is literally standing right there.
He smells him right now. If he eases his way out a little bit, I can shoot him, but I can't shoot him right now. Just gotta come a little bit. A little bit.
I mean, how crazy is this? And with 2 different angles, being able to just maneuver that in the editing process to just keep your eyes busy is pretty awesome. Watch these does come out and they make his decision for him. Daniel, absolutely, man.
Just a little bit, you gotta come out.
Absolutely. You can keep the tripod in one spot, maneuver the camera just about anywhere to get any view out of that blind. It is so crucial. It's so crucial. In this hunt, it wouldn't have happened. It just wouldn't have happened because you could see how the tripod is essentially in the back corner of the blind, and the Rex arm is allowing that camera to basically hang out the window of the blind in order to get this footage. Otherwise, it wouldn't happen. The tripod would be in Dean's way. He would not be able to get this all done. Not with the ease that he did, and still telling the whole story. It's incredible that what the Rex arm has done for us as far as a self-film hunting perspective out of a blind. You can see, hold on. He literally, look at the camera. It just shut, which essentially stops the recording. Talk about a, oh my gosh, moment. In the middle of this hunt, when the buck finally steps out, that camera shuts down, and Dino's got to rebound pretty quick. Nuts. Absolutely nuts. This hunt jacks me up every time I watch it. I mean, look at right there. Rex arm coming in handy. He's got to push that camera out towards the window a little bit farther so that he can not only he can get clearance, but then he can literally be able to see within the viewfinder at the same time. And these doe led this buck to the promised land.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bobby, it is almost off the window. You can see.
I think I got him, baby. You guys fucking kill me, baby.
Dino goes wild. What an intense moment. Dude, Kyle, me too, man.
Yeah, baby, I think I got him. I think I just killed Bernie, baby. I think I just killed Bernie. Yeah, baby. Oh my God, please be down. I think he was going down. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. What? I gotta go dead. I gotta go dead. I gotta go dead.
This is always the good stuff. This is what the second angle mounts and everything. They just this is why the second angles are so strong.
Yeah, I think I just got Bernie. Oh shit. I think I just killed him. Oh my. Oh shit. I'm pretty sure I saw him go down. Oh my God.
All right.
I mean, you can see how consistent our setups are. My dad's got the same
He
setup
only went 10 yards into the woods, and then I saw him like
on the right
fall,
side of him
and then
with
he
the
kinda,
Rex
like,
arm. Same
spun
thing.
around on the ground, and then he went behind
Second
bushes.
angle. I mean,
couldn't
this
see him
is
anymore.
just so good. This is so good. Look at those angles. Right to the hook in the blind.
No, I'm pretty sure he's done. He was only 45, 50 yards when I shot. All right, I'm gonna wrap some stuff up and get my camera, and then I'm gonna
I
just
forgot.
sit down
I think I'm actually in this
and
because I
see if
was
I see
on
some-
public land in Tennessee.
That phone call was so fun. So darn fun.
I gotta call Dave real quick.
That'll get you jacked up.
Hello? Yo. No way. I think I just killed him,
What?
man. I think I
What?
just killed Bernie.
No way, dude.
I just freaking killed him. Dude, he jumped into the woods, and he went down onto his belly, and then he like spun around and he shot into the brush, and I didn't see him like die, but I'm pretty sure I killed him. He was freaking 50 yards when I shot.
Dude. Holy
Dude, he's a hoss, man. Holy shit.
Are you?
Towards the street.
Okay.
And
So let's
I
go.
had one shot. Smoked him, and he was going behind all that stuff. And I had one shot, and I grunted at him because he was walking, and he stops, and I like lift my shoulder up to reposition to shoot.
Robbie, I'll use a
The
14
camera's on my
millimeter.
right,
We have
and
a
my
wide angle
shoulder
prime end.
hits the LCD screen and shuts it.
Shut it off?
It shut the camera off. And
Oh my God.
let me take a video of the shot and send it out.
Okay.
And you can see him in the background, like doing what he was doing.
Okay.
But let me call Dad and tell him that he might have to wait a second.
Yeah, do that and then, okay, sounds good.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna fast forward this a little bit more. Let's get to the good stuff.
Shake it.
As you
Well, I'm
can,
coming in tonight, and we don't really have a choice. We got to go figure out a way to get back there. The snow drifts are deep, so we're gonna try to bring the tractor back as far as we can, and probably go get on this track and
Go get him.
try to get him out of there if he's in there.
so cool. These recovery missions. I mean, just this whole thing in general. Like, this is why we love filming our hunts so much, and why Fourth Arrow is such an integral part at helping us do that. Because sharing these moments, reliving these moments, just with ourselves is amazing. But being able to share them with you all is what really makes it for us. Is why we do it. And I don't know. There's nothing better. There's absolutely nothing better.
Spraying a little bit, not a ton of blood, but he's spraying out.
Here. Got him. Got him, Dad. He didn't go anywhere.
Holy smokes.
Wow.
Oh my God. Wow.
You're gonna have to check your GoPro lens after that one.
Look at that grand buck.
Unreal.
Congratulations, what a buck.
Man, look at the beams on that sucker.
got him. Wow. Unbelievable.
Congratulations. Holy shit, you smoked
Oh, yeah,
them.
he didn't go nowhere.
Look at that buck. Holy
Shut this off
mackerel,
for a
that's a
second.
150, 60-inch deer. Holy shit. What a beautiful.
Let's get him
That
out.
is a stud New York buck. Unbelievable.
Opening
I can't
day.
even believe it.
Look at that deer.
You gotta be
Oh
kidding
my
me. Thank you,
gosh.
God. Yeah, I mean, I have no words.
This is crazy.
I second guessed the shot a little bit because we looked at the footage and it looked like
Smoked him.
a piece of hair kind of back in his body went up. It looked like I hit him back, but I smoked him. He was going down right at the edge of the field, and he was 3 yards. I don't know how I didn't even see him. Look at that thing. Oh my gosh. New York has been good to us, and we've been killing it. We've been killing
I
it.
gotta text the girls.
Look at that thing.
I gotta text the girls.
Look at that beautiful buck. I mean, it doesn't beat it in this New York lake effect snow. It's always that bad weather. Today was the little break. We got another lake effect warning coming in tonight. We're supposed to get another 6 to 10. And this was the perfect time for them to come out and feed. Take a little break from the rut.
It was.
Unbelievable. I have no words. That is an unreal buck. So cool. So cool.
Doing FaceTime.
Oh yeah, I should.
Yeah.
Baby. Here, hold on. Let's see if it works.
There you go. You got it. You good.
There he
You're
is.
good.
There he is.
So that's pretty cool. I mean, those memories, you know, they they will last a lifetime, and I don't know. Don't give anything don't give anything up for that. Like I said, Dean did an awesome job. You can see how the fourth arrow Rex arm was an integral part of that entire hunt. You know, from capturing the deer before he came out to being able to film him and maneuver under kind of stressful circumstances, quite honestly, because had the neighbor coming down the fence line even before the hunt, firing shots off, you know, making making a ruckus, basically trying to ruin the hunt, and then another neighbor, well, same family, but one of the other neighbors on the other side of Dean, and the deer smelling him before he's coming out, and kind of being skeptical on coming into that food plot in general, which is pretty insane. But the two doe were the godsend that drew him out into the field enough where, you know, Dean could maneuver the camera, maneuver himself around the camera, and get a shot. So that was pretty cool. And hope you guys enjoyed that. I dropped a link, and here I'll drop another link again for that full episode. If you guys want to go watch that, that would be fantastic. Check it out. Let us know what you think. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, and any questions that you guys have right now, I can definitely answer them. And we're going to do a couple giveaways. So as we are answering any questions, please share this video for a chance to get in on one of our videos. And share this video for a chance to get in on the giveaway. And I'm going to have a couple questions for you guys to answer, so be ready for that. We're going to give away a Fourth Arrow Bull Hunter t-shirt. We're also going to give away a hat. And yeah, TJ, we appreciate that. Self-filming can be stressful enough. Having Fourth Arrow products, just another tool that we can capture. Kyle, couldn't agree with you more. All right, guys, get your keyboards ready. We are going to, this is for a Fourth Arrow trucker hat. We are going to give away a trucker hat right now for anybody that can tell me the day that Dean shot that buck that we were just watching. What specific, maybe not specific date, but what day was it up in New York during the rifle season that Dean shot that buck? Mike, that's a great question. As we are getting answers for the giveaway, that is a great question. It kind of depends on the setup, the scenario. We have stands that we will leave brackets in the tree on, brackets in the tree for. We also have we have different setups that, you know, maybe we don't go to as frequently, where we'll just go in, hang them, and pull them. Honestly, for me, they're easy enough to pull. I typically like to just reset up my stuff every time I go in there, but we do have stands that are more like frequent goers that we'll go to, that we'll set some brackets in, so you can easily just go in there, put the shoulder in, put the tree arm on, and start hunting. And that certainly makes it easy. Now, if I'm going to, like, if I hunt a specific spot in the evening or the day prior, and I know that I'm going to go back there the next day, I will by all means leave that stuff in the tree. At times, I'll leave the tree arm right in the tree too, because easy in, easy out. I don't have to make, I don't have to make any extra movement, any extra noise. I can carry in more stuff if I need to, if I leave that equipment in the tree. So certainly if I know that there's going to be a similar wind, I'll leave a bracket and even potentially a tree arm in a tree for that next day as well. So the correct answer was from Ryan Ritter. Congratulations, Ryan. We got some Fourth Arrow swag coming your way. Please message us with your address and we will get that sent out to you. The correct answer was opening day. I believe it wasn't the 21st, Patrick. I don't know. I think it was the 19th of November. I forget. Thanksgiving was a good answer as well. We killed a lot of great deer around Thanksgiving also. So TJ, good answer. Sean, good answer. But Ryan Ritter, the correct answer. Thank you, Ryan. Now, for some more Fourth Arrow swag, the Bowhunter Gray t-shirt from Fourth Arrow. What was the name of the buck that Dino shot in that video that we just saw? What was the name of the buck that Dino just shot? Andrew, what's going on, man? Any good bucks on camera? Yeah, we got good bucks from Ohio to New York to down here in Tennessee, and that's all we know. Man, Bernie coming in hot. Chris Campbell, another winner for you. He is a frequent tag and bragger. Guys, all right answers. Bernie. That was Bernie for you. How did we come up with that name, Bernie? I have absolutely no idea. But that deer was a stud the year before. We passed them on multiple different occasions. One on opening day. One when we had our buddy Kane. Actually, Kane passed that deer up as well, and on the same field over Thanksgiving week the year before. So, yeah, Chris, send us your address as well, and we will get that Fourth Arrow swag out to you guys as soon as we can. Guys, I appreciate you all hanging out, doing another self-film hunt breakdown. Hopefully you guys were able to take a little bit away from this. We're going to have a little break in the content throughout the rest of the week, enjoying some time with family for Dino getting married. So y'all go over to Dino's social media, wish him some good luck this weekend, tying the knot, and then we are out of here early next week, going to North Dakota and starting the season. Thank God it is here. Ladies and gentlemen, it is here. We thank y'all once again. If you guys want any of this Fourth Arrow gear, head over to fourtharrow.com to get it. Head over to fourtharrow.com to get yourself some gear. The equipment that we used in this video, the pivotal equipment that we used in this video was the Fourth Arrow Rex arm filming out of a blind. It is an absolute must. Mike, we will keep them coming. Bob, Sean, Garrett, Noel, TJ, Daniel, Andrew, Woody, Kyle, Chris, thank y'all for joining us as always, please follow us on our social media, Instagram at Team Tag and Brag, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok at Tag and Brag. The content is just about to get real and get rolling over the next week, and I can't wait to bring it to you. 2023-2024 season is about upon us. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go. Good luck to each and every one of you. We will have another self-film breakdown here as we get closer to the fall. We'll bring you another self-film hunt breakdown, but we will be self-filming in a tree in a week or so. Can't wait. Good luck to y'all. Have a fantastic night. Thank you guys once again for joining us.